When one loses their mother, it is pain that only God can describe. But if it happens to a child below 2 years of age, the child's life and future could be buried with their dead mother if society does not rush in. A motherless child has got many circumstances that will attack their lives, and one would say such children are in the gravest danger. The Porters Village is a child crisis center in Kisoro district in southwestern Uganda that gives new hope to children who have lost their mothers before the age of 2 years, although the founders are worlds apart from these children. This is a story of generosity beyond distance and circumstance. You're watching Life Stories with me, your host Justine. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. One thing that should keep you and I going, no matter the adversities we are faced with in our lives, is that God always makes a way. And He simply does His works through people, your neighbor, your sister, your friend, your relatives, anybody, even a stranger. Right now, I'm in Kisoro district in a place called Porters Village. In this place, they take care of vulnerable children, specifically those that have lost their mothers while they were giving birth to them. Right now, I'm standing in front of the medical center here in Porters Village, and our special guest is the Administrator General in this place. She's going to be taking us through what the fate is for these children and how we can help them. Hello, my dear.
Hi.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
Well done here.
Thank you.
So, how many children do you have in this place?
Currently, we have 27 children who are between 0 to 2 years.
How many did you start with?
We started with one. Everything always starts with one. We started with one and then they kept coming. But you see, when they reach 2 years, we will settle them with their families or in foster care. So the number keeps changing. It changes almost every day.
Do you make an effort to find out why, to find out where the relatives are? You know, well, they've lost their mothers, but do you keep in touch with the relatives?
Yes, we do. In most cases, it's the fathers or the grandparents that bring their children to us when the mother has passed away. And so they stay here for 2 years, but the family keeps visiting. They can visit anytime.
What is the criteria? Anybody can bring a child? Or, there must be some proof that the child needs to be here.
Well, we are also working on behalf of government. So before we receive a child or before we settle a child here, we contact the probation officer, we contact police to write recommendations, and in most cases these babies are referred from hospitals around, so we normally have a report from the referring doctor.
A report that, what necessitates a child's being here, because yes, a mother may die, but a child is able to live with a grandmother or an uncle, or so what necessitates them to actually be here?
It's the family that decides. So when a mother passes on and then they realize that there's no one able to look after the baby, then they bring here.
So what is the fate of the children? You resettle all of them after 2 years?
So like I've already mentioned, we resettle them after 2 years, but there are some that will have nowhere to go. Maybe the mother died and the father also is dead or is not in sorrow, and so we resettle them in foster care. We have women around in Kisoro who are looking after children on our behalf, but we keep supporting them.
So are you going to support them up to when they finish school?
Currently we are supporting them until they're 5 years, but we also have a plan of supporting them until they finish school. So our first bunch, our first children have now reached 5 years, and so we are thinking about what to do next.
The book of Jeremiah in the Holy Bible, chapter 18, verse 4, says that whenever the pot the potter was working on turned out badly, the potter would simply start over and rework the clay into another pot. This is where the name Porters Village was derived. From the death of the mother, which could be the point where the pot goes bad, the potter works through Porters Village to rebuild the lives of these poor, innocent and motherless children. How are you able to cater for this? Who funds? Who does the funding?
Well, we have a trust in UK, a group of 7 people forming that trust who are fundraising and they send the funds. But we also have what we call local contribution, visitors who come here normally who donate something. And we've also come up with income generating projects. Yeah, we have a piggery, we have
So who
some
runs
goats.
the income generating project?
Our staff. We have staff here on site that are doing it, yeah.
That's beautiful. When you're raising a child, you must connect with them. How do you manage to have connections with these children? Because they're not your children, they just come in.
So the good thing is that they come in when they are very young. And when children are young, it's easy for them to get attached to anybody. So we have baby carers. At least we have 1 to 3 children, sometimes 1 to 2 depending on how the day goes. And so these baby carers are able to get attached to the babies.
Are they trained professional?
Are
are they trained baby carers?
Most of our workers here are school dropouts, S4, S6. But when they come, we take them through a training. Yeah,
so
and it's like ongoing, yeah.
Some children come in alone and some come in pairs. They are too young to understand what fate has in stock for them, but it takes a caring hand to get them to a winner's destiny. They could have been in danger somewhere, yet with no mother to shield them, but a beginning of life has been presented right here. So, what challenges do you face when it comes to taking care of these children and running this project?
I think the main challenge we've been having is with some parents not wanting to take their children after, especially children with disability. I think when you walked around, you noticed we have a 4-year-old boy who is disabled, and of course his father is not willing to take him. So we are kind of stuck, but we are happy to have him. But though, of course, it's now beyond our objective, but we are planning to put him in school. That's like the main challenge that we are having. But also sometimes you have people bring in babies and they deceive. They say maybe the mother has died and yet he has not died.
So you've had cases where you've taken back the babies?
Yeah.
Where you've realized the mother is around? Oh, that's unfortunate. Do you take time to counsel them?
We do.
To help them know that they can still raise their children? They don't have to lie to people and give them out?
Yes, we do, because it's mainly out of domestic violence, like when the man is violent towards the woman will just abandon the baby. And then the father brings here and says the mother died or has disappeared, yet she's actually there. But those are rare cases.
Okay. So I just want to know, how does somebody support this initiative? How does somebody help you? How does somebody push you guys on?
First of all, we normally do it through our website. Especially people that are not within Uganda or not within Kisoro, we prefer to do it through our trust. But also when people come, we are always ready to receive support.
Any kind of support?
Any kind of support. It could be clothes, it could be food, it could be pampers. Yeah.
What does somebody learn from this? When somebody gets to know that there are people who make efforts, normal, ordinary people who put together funds, who put together whatever efforts and come up with such things and change that child's life that they don't even have an attachment to. What do people have to learn from this?
We should learn that there is hope, and also we should learn that God loves children. Not learn, but remember that God loves children and He has a plan for them. So let us always bear in our mind that it's good to be kind to a child, because these children would otherwise be dead, but they are alive and thriving. Yeah.
If each hand stretched out to just one needy person, be it a refugee, a motherless child, or that person in your neighborhood that has lost hope, one hand to one heart till everybody heals, the world would be a delight. You just heard from the Administrator General, Madame Jackie, the Administrator General, Porter's Village. You now know that helping counts. You know that when it comes to changing a life for the better, anything counts, however small. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand that you do not have to set up something like Porter's Village, set up an NGO to help people. People that need help are at your doorstep. People that need help are at your doorstep. They are your relatives, they're in your neighborhood, they're in your village. Go out and give. Go out and help them, because when you give, you actually receive. In case you want to support this initiative in any kind of way, reach them on the numbers below or the website below. And also, you can come to NTV Kampala Serena Hotel. We shall help you and guide you on how to help them. Remember, you can still catch all the shows we've aired on Life Stories on our YouTube page, that is NTV Life Stories. Give us your say about this show on our Facebook and Twitter pages, that is still NTV Life Stories. My name is Justine, your host. I'll see you next time. You take good care. Thank you for watching the show.